Today, just after the All-Star break, let's take a look at the top 10 most disappointing players in the MLB season so far. Let's get into it.
Welcome back, guys. This is episode 10 of the Ball Without Borders podcast. We made it double digits, guys. Dame un choque de mano ahí, bro.
Let's go. Double digits, baby.
But today we're taking a little bit different route. We're going with the 10 most disappointing players of the 2025 MLB season. And let's just say there's some names that if you did this last year, you would be in shock.
No, it's incredible. I mean, when I love this one, right? Because next one, we're going to be looking at the top 10 most surprising players of the 2025 season. But when we started to look at the most disappointing ones, honestly, the names that came through, dang, and for different reasons, right? Some were dramatic fall-offs. Some were people that we expected a big rebound. And some were people that just have completely, basically disappeared,
Oh, for sure.
And also some that were expected to take that quantum leap to become the player.
And also something I want to bring up is that also people that signed major contracts.
Yes.
And they're in the first couple of years of the major contract and they're not performing to that standard.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm very excited to go into this list. A couple I want to get some honorable mentions here.
Sure.
One of the honorable mentions I want to do is MJ Melendez. I mean, he was a power bat for the Kansas City Royals. He was a 20 home run guy during the season. He's now down to AAA with I think it's a 12 or a 9 WRC plus. I didn't even know it went that low. Also was I don't know about key member, but he was our third batter.
He was important for us.
Team Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very sad to see. He's a young guy, still around like 24, 25. So you may have a chance to revitalize his career, but it's sad.
And I don't want to discount him, right? I don't want to discount him, but the fact is that he's not in the MLB so far. I mean, right now. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to benefit, from going down there and just finding who he is. I think he's going to be a better player for it. Mm-hmm. But having said that, that doesn't mean that it's not a disappointing drop from what was expected, for sure.
Another one I'll talk about that just missed my list, and I mean just, Willie Adames. He just signed that major deal, 7 years. What was it? $182 million with the Giants. And he's having basically an average season, which you're not being paid $30 million a year to be average.
And that's the reason why I was pushing for him to be part of the list, to be honest. I mean, Diego convinced me that he doesn't necessarily make the top 10, but when you sign that type of contract, right, there's expectations attached to it, and that's what's missing when it comes to Willie Adames. I wish and hope for Willie Adames to find his form and be the player that we think he should be.
So do you have any other honorable mentions you want to bring up? Well,
the one that comes to mind, it's potentially Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander.
He needs to retire.
He's getting up in age.
He's got a hot wife waiting for him.
Come on, dude. Go make babies. But the reality is that the reason why he should be on the list or he's a candidate for the list, it's because of his contract, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's making a lot of money. And the fact is, that Father Time has caught up to him, right?
Which is, I mean, before in his Astro days, he was also like 38, 39, but he was still Cy Young caliber. But now once he hit them 40s, it's like, ugh.
No, I mean, and Father Time,
is undefeated.
It's undefeated.
Except for LeBron.
Well, or those that, but that, or actually, not here. In the butt. But anyways.
Just retire and go home to your wife.
No, I
promise you have a happy life.
But that's the reason why, only because of the money he's making, right? Yeah. And obviously, I personally I hate seeing precipitous declines, right?
Yeah, because he's a Hall of Famer, so it's like
for sure.
It's just now he's just dampering his legacy. It's like
Yeah, you wouldn't. That's not the one. That's not the way that I would like to see anybody's career to end. Let's put it that way, right? So.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Top 10 most disappointing players of the 2025 MLB season.
Who's number 10?
Number 10, a little shocker. We're going to explain why he's on this list. Roki Sasaki has got to be on this list. Currently on the 60-day
Sasaki, man.
Currently on the 60-day IL for the Dodgers. He came in with a lot of expectation. He didn't sign that big contract like Yamamoto did the year prior, but he came in with a lot of hype. If you guys don't remember, in 2023, he was shutting people down, shutting the USA down, and other teams in the WBC throwing 99, throwing really hard. And once he came to the MLB this year in 2025, you see him throwing 93, 94, 95, and it's like, what happened to his velocity? I mean, he has almost just as many walks as he has strikeouts.
Yeah. Operative word here is expectations.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's the top 10, right? He came here. He didn't get that contract, right? Thank God for the Dodgers, right? He does have a minor league contract. That's why, that there's some breathing room here. But if he had a major league contract,
or like
more
Yamamoto,
money,
who signed
whatever,
300 mil.
he would be top 5 minimum, right?
Yeah.
But he makes the list because, honestly, if you've paid attention to international baseball, if you paid attention to MLB baseball, you thought that this guy was going to come and dominate, and that's not what's happened.
Another guy is still young. He's like 24.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got to see how he comes back. But the other thing is that this is a shoulder injury already, and this is not bode well for him. I mean, we a completely different video, but MLB it's getting ridiculous the amount of arm injuries is happening to pitchers. But
without a doubt,
that's not a good injury to have when you're 24. Your first year in MLB, it hampers a lot of people. One of the players we're going to talk about later in this list, he's coming back from Tommy John, and he's just has not been the same pitcher. So it's a really scary injury.
No, it's scary, and again, being so young, I do have to say, and I don't know this. I don't know this for a fact.
It's also a small sample size. He only pitched like 34
small
innings.
Sample size. I think this is more of a 60-day IL, quote unquote, than a true injury. I think they're just helping him, helping him find his form, helping him find what's going on. Let's see what happens, But the fact is, he's a disappointment. No doubt about it.
All right, let's go on to number 9. Who's number 9?
Who's number 9? Number 9 is Zach Gallen.
This is crazy.
Right-hand pitcher for the Diamondbacks.
Just 2 years ago, he was in Cy Young talks.
He was a Cy Young candidate 2 years ago, and now, 2 years ago, 2023, guys, 17-9, 3.47 ERA, 210 innings pitched, 220 Ks, and a whip of 1.12.
As a starter, yep.
As a starter. Go to 2025. The numbers are almost reversed. 7-12, 5.60 ERA, in 127 innings pitched, only 121 Ks with a whip of 1.35. This is, talk about a precipitous drop, right?
And one of the guys, I think it's either his contract year or his last year of arbitration, but it's getting close to that. And just the fact that he's having this tough of a season does not bode well for him in the market. Just a guy who was seen dominating the Cy Young voting, always getting Cy Young votes. And it was just now it's like, I don't know. I guess he's still young, like 28, 20 or 29. I don't know what's going on. You saw from 2023 to 2024, his numbers did drop, but his ERA stayed afloat about 3.6. WHIP stayed around 1.2. So but just this year has just been
it's reciprocal. And the thing is, sometimes, for instance, comparing him to, let's say, the Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher, Paul Skeens, right? His win and loss is terrible, but it's not his fault. It's not his fault. His ERA is tremendous. His whip, it's tremendous. All that kind of stuff. But this is his home runs allowed are way up, right? His fastball effectiveness has decreased dramatically. So it's not, it's not a matter of just, the team behind it not being good. It's just him.
Yeah,
right?
It's also him. But it's tough because as a Diamondbacks, they've had a disappointing year. They're selling off right now. They traded off their first baseman. Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor for to the Mariners for some prospects. I mean, they're in sell mode, and also this hurts the Diamondbacks also as well because they can't.
They're not going to be able to trade him,
or if they do,
he's not tradable
for scraps or bits.
for scraps, you know. But he's not going to he's not going to command, you know, trade value. Let's put it that way. Not right now, you know, and that's so sad, you know, from basically a Cy Young candidate. Actually, I would argue he should have won. You know, he probably should have won. In 2023 to 2025, he is, you know, nothing. You know, it's sad. You know, that's been quite a disappointment. Who's number 8?
This
hurts.
It's always been one of my favorite.
This one hurts.
I don't know about players, but personalities and like people in the MLB. Ozzy has got to put it together. I mean, I don't know. This is 2 years in a row where it's just been.
Albies, man. That sucks. That sucks.
I mean, if we look at 2023, it was his last good year, really, at a 280 average, 33 home runs, and an 849 OPS.
And let me stop you there. That's not a good year.
It's a great year.
That's a great year.
Especially coming from second base, you know?
Yeah. 280, 33 home runs. Mm-hmm. You know, come on.
The main thing that's gone down is his power has just, it just went away completely.
His OPS went from 8.849 to 622
in
this
2025,
year.
Yep.
It's incredible.
In 2024, he only hit 10 bombs. He's almost at his mark right now in 2025. But it's just his average is way down. And if you're not going to hit for power, and if you have a low average, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't like it's. I mean, thank God he has some success in the league. So they're just, you know, they're betting on his presence or whatever. But if he was just like a rookie or second year player, they would have sat him a long time ago.
No, but and the fact is too, I mean,
he's always been a very, I'll say this, he's always been a very lopsided hitter because he's a switch hitter.
Yes.
But he's always been way better on one side than the other.
Yes.
And I think it's just catching up to him right now. So
but the problem that he has too is that he is on the Altuve framework. You know what I mean by that is a smaller guy, short player. His range is limited, right? Let's be honest, right? So here's the problem with the Ozzy Albies has right now, right? You're not hitting. You don't have the biggest range.
What do you do?
Right?
And so his steals are down. Like
this is gonna be a big decision for
also another team that could be selling because they're not having a good year at all.
No.
But it's another person.
Only Acuna basically is their only bright star. Other than that, I mean, right now there's not much.
I mean, Chris Sale's having a good year.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, Ozzy Albies was expected to be a bright point in the Braves lineup, and definitely he isn't. You know, and I wonder what's going to happen. This is going to be very interesting.
I want to see what happens to the Braves. Yeah,
it's going to be a Braves for that much longer. I'll be honest.
I'm very interested what happened with the Atlanta Braves. I don't know if it's going to happen this trade deadline, but I know pretty soon that whole core. I don't know. There could be some changes. That whole Matt Olson, Ozzy Albies, Ronald Acuna.
If they're not producing, there's going to have to be some decisions made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
the Braves have always been they're not the Yankees, right? They've always been a very cautious, financially cautious.
To their own detriment, to be honest. Because let's be honest, Freddie Freeman should not have gone anywhere.
No,
he's been in. That still makes me mad. But
that makes me mad. That makes me mad too.
Pay him the money. Come on.
Not only that, with a guy that never wanted to go anywhere else. He never wanted to go. And
but we're getting sidetracked.
But whatever. You know? But I love this. Yeah. That's what I love. I love this, bro.
So
I love doing this. Number 7. Let's go to number 7.
Let's see if you can say his name right, or we might have to put a bleep. Beep.
Marcus Semien. Come on, bro. Don't do that to me. Marcus Semien, man. Texas Rangers shortstop, second base. 2023. 276 batting average, 29 home runs, 14 stolen bases, OPS 826.
Hell of a year for a second baseman.
2024, 237 average, went down, 23 home runs still, 8 stolen bases, and an OPS of 699. There was a drop in power.
For sure.
But 2025, oh, Lord. You expected, the reason he's here is because you expected a rebound.
It's another one that signed a huge contract with Corey Seager.
Yeah.
And
you expected a rebound. And he's a good player. I mean, we all thought he was going to be like a superstar forever. 2025, 226 batting average. Okay.
That's another team.
I know that now batting average, and particularly people that love, advanced stats. Okay, but he must have tremendous home runs. No, 13 home runs so far. That's all he's got. 10 stolen bases, so he's about average, give or take. But the OPS went down again to .669.
Nice.
So, he is, his power continues to go
and he's
down.
Another one that's getting up. I think it's 34, 35. Post editing, correct me. But
put it over here.
Yeah, right here, somewhere around. But another one that's getting old, and just another case of those long contracts given to people at 28, 29 in the MLB that never work out. But it's just, I hope this is not him, because Mark Semien has always been a solid player. He was an all-star last year. I don't know how. I don't know what he must have.
No, I mean, it's a name.
I don't remember. Maybe the first half was better than his second half, but obviously just he's a perennial all-star when he's playing well, and he's just lost all of his offensive value. And now
defensively he's a good player. I mean, he remains a very good player. There's no doubt about that. But his offensive value has gone down, and this is not the 80s where you could have a shortstop that wouldn't hit for nothing and you didn't care. Now that's not the case anymore, right? So Marcus Semien has been a complete disappointment, and the reason he got that contract is not because of his defense, it's because of his offense.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's quite a disappointment. Number six, Diego.
This one really surprises me. If there was an app, there probably is an app where you could buy people's stock. I would have bought this player's stock about 2 years ago, and I would have been a very poor man. Michael Harris, the second Brave we're talking about today.
And that's a sign. That tells you all you need to know about the Braves, right?
2023, he broke out. 293 average, 18 home runs, 20 stolen bases, and an 808 OPS. Great year while playing almost platinum glove defense out there in center field.
That's true.
And the defense hasn't changed.
He's a great defender.
Hasn't changed.
Great defender.
Everything else has. Going into 2024, first of all, I want to say this. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you his batting stat. His stolen bases went from 20 bags to 10 bags. From 2023 to 2024, half of it. He had a 264 average in 2024. I'm talking about 16 home runs and a 722 OPS. So still not a bad player, especially center field.
No, that's pretty.
But in 2025, oh my God, 225 average, 9 home runs, 12 stolen bases, and a 611 OPS.
That's the biggest difference. Between the batting average and the OPS, his power is gone, completely disappeared, and no power and no average. So what are you bringing, Michael Harris? What's going on?
And he's another one. The Braves gave him one of those deals where like a young player deal. I don't remember the exact money they gave him post editing, but it was another one where he broke out 2022, 2023, and they gave him a deal that they think
Of course, I mean you sign him up young. You give him more than they would get. Because there's still many years of arbitration or whatever the case may be. So you take advantage of it. But the Braves bet and they lost, or so far they have. Right, that's a problem.
It's just that Braves core again. It's like
that's the problem. They bet on a core that is not producing now. That's the problem, right? See, the Rays have been the opposite, where they do that and they win. But the Braves, for whatever reason,
but they got the championship.
No, I get it. But what I'm saying, but right after that championship, it's just been like, and that's the problem, right? Because you expect this core.
That team was good. They didn't even have Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna was still hurt.
I know.
They won the championship without Ronald Acuna.
I know.
But it's just, we'll see what happens to the Braves.
I do see. I'll be honest. When it comes to Michael Harris,
a young guy, I want to say this. He's 23, 24.
And I think that Michael Harris has much more of a probability of figuring it out and getting better, going back, then probably I don't see Albies.
Yeah, it's just age-wise, I would say.
Yeah, and age and tools, all that kind of stuff. Let's see what happens, But I think Michael Harris can make it. But that's not to say that he's not a disappointment. There's no doubt about it.
We're going to top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. This is where things get serious, people.
And this one, to me,
hurts because
this one hurts for many.
He could have been.
Now he's knocking on Nicaragua's door and saying, Nicaragua's looking.
Let me in.
Let me see. I don't know, Chit. Take it easy, baby. I don't know. Mark Vientos.
Wow.
Mark Vientos, New York Mets, third baseman DH. Bro, in 2025, he's batting 226 batting average, only 6 home runs. His OPS is 638. I mean, bro, talk about somebody that everybody expected that he would be a full-blown superstar right here, right now.
I don't know about super.
No, I thought he was gonna. Come on.
I didn't think it was gonna be a superstar, but obviously those people that have breakout seasons, we've seen this time and time again. They always have a little sophomore slump, right? But I didn't expect it to be this bad. Because when you first break out on the scene and you hit off, nobody has a scouting report on you.
No, I get it.
As you get older, but wow, 226 average, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs, and a 638 OPS. What do you do? And he plays DH probably most for the Mets. How are you gonna have a DH batting that? That doesn't make sense.
And then a low batting on base percentage. So show me something. Show me value. Right.
Another guy that's young, 20, or 24, 25, but still,
I get it. But to be honest, I mean, at least to me,
especially for a team competing for a championship,
for sure,
you can't have that.
But I'll be honest, I thought he was going to be, I thought he was going to be a full-blown superstar, by now. I'll be honest. I thought he was going to be it. And he's fizzled like a bad firework. I'm telling you. It's
Jason Pierre-Paul firework.
Sorry, JPP. Yeah.
Oh, we love
you.
Do you have anything? No,
we don't.
We love you, JPP.
JPP doesn't make it. JPP, we love you. You don't make it on this one. But JPP, it's all right. It's all right, JPP. Don't play with firework, kids. If you don't know what you're doing. But anyways, I thought that Mark Vientos, for real. I thought Mark Vientos by now, I thought he was gonna be a superstar, and he's fizzled out, and I think this is one that makes it top 5 because of expectations. I think a bunch of people were counting on Mark Vientos to be like a full blown. And imagine, let's be honest, if Mark Vientos was producing the way that he should have in that lineup, bro,
I know
the Mets would be. But it's just that's a big portion of what's missing for them. It's that consistent bat, that helps them, get over the hump, right?
No, because they have their core 4, right? They
have the core 4, but
Nimmo,
they need
Soto and Pete Alonso.
But they need that bat.
That 5, 6 batter that's gonna
absolutely the 5 or 6 batter that gets him going, and that's what he was supposed to be. It's not happening. So disappointment so far. Number 4.
Arguably could be a lot higher in this list, but we're just
I agree with you, except he's getting better. The last few outings,
Sandy
and if
Alcantara.
he doesn't even know how to say it, bro. It's number 4, Sandy Alcantara. Let's go, Sandy Alcantara. Sandy Alcantara, Miami. Let me tell you something, Sandy, love. You've been a disappointment. No doubt about it. Let's be real. You just came back from Tommy Juan surgery. I know it's been a tough road. First,
he's playing on a great team in the Miami Marlins. Great organization.
The first outings, the first 3 quarters of the first half of the 2025 season were disappointing.
That's a lot.
But tell you what. His last few starts have been electric.
Electric. In 2023, before he went on, this was in So in 2020,
I love this.
in 2022, he won the Cy Young.
Yes.
And 2023, he came back with a 4.14 ERA. You know, not that good of a season. 7-12 record, but don't look at that because that's just because he plays for the Marlins.
Well, but the 4.14 ERA,
and then
not good.
In 2024, he missed the entire season due to Tommy Juan.
And that's why 2023 was bad because he was Tommy Juan.
And so he came back. I don't know if he came back a little early or he got his surgery done by some tipo de hacer ahí en Miami. Oye, puedes regalar eso rapidito.
Rapidito, papi, que lo que pasa es que lo vamos para encima. ¿Vemos?
But he has a 6.6 ERA. His K percentage is down 16%. He's just not the Sandy that we know and that we love. Actually, no, he's a Dominicano. But
no, we like it, but let's be real. No. I'll be honest. I mean, with all joking aside,
there's a reason he's on this list. He's been a disappointment.
Without a doubt.
He was one of the big trade deadline people, but now the Marlins cannot get anything for Sandy.
No, because they're asking fair market value because his last few starts have been really quality starts, and he's been back to being the Sandy Alcantara that everybody expected so soon. When we do this...
So why do we have him at 4 then?
Because it's been quite a drop-off. Well, when we do the review, the year-end review of this list, he's going to be off. He's going to be back on the improvement, guys. He's going to be all the way to the top. He's not going to win the Cy Young this year, but he's going to be a candidate next year. Believe. Sandy's been a disappointment. There's no doubt about it. No, but all jokes aside, if he would have, the Marlins have been playing much better baseball as of late, right? And the fact is that they're in an interesting position, right? Because even let's say the Sandy Alcantara, were completely back to where he was. I don't think that they would have traded him. Based on where they are today or where they see themselves, not just today, but next year, because they have still control over him, for a few years. So I wonder what's going to happen.
I just don't. You cannot predict what that Miami organization does.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is the most sad.
I get it.
But, I mean, in any case, Sandy, you need to come back, bro.
Hey, listen, we want you to come back. Now, we're up to the top three most disappointing players. And the third, bro, this one hurts. It's one of my favorite players.
Let me do it.
Mookie.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts, bro. Mookie Betts. But I don't think anyone that's watching right here, right now, will disagree with us, right? He's been quite a disappointment in 2025. More than anything, because he had a tremendous 2023 season, a very good 2024, but the drop-off has been abysmal.
He's like Jazz Chisholm in the home run derby.
Hey, Jazz, keep doing you, but keep doing you. Well, that was bad. Jazz.
He was already asleep by then. But if he saw that, he would have been put to sleep.
Jazz thought he was in the old timers game, not in the home run derby. Front porch Jazz.
Oh, jeez. Mookie Betts, just very sad. I mean, we love Mookie. We want to see him do great.
Man, for sure.
He's
great guy, great player.
We have to talk about it real. He signed a big contract with the Dodgers, getting paid a lot of money per year, and he's not getting paid to bat 317 and only have 11 home runs. If we're gonna bat 237,
no 237, not 317.
if you're gonna bet 237, you better have some home runs. But he's only has 11 home runs, so it's like, and the power's gone down every year.
Power, the OPS, because I mean, okay, you can miss on home runs, but show some power. He went from 987 OPS in 2023.
Almost 1,000. Mm-hmm.
2025 is 678. 678, And in 2024, it was 863. So it was a really good OPS, 289 batting average, 237 batting average, 678 OPS. Bro, what's going on with Mookie? And then there's been also some defensive miscues. He's had some absences related to personal issues. I don't know, Mookie,
Some might be going on.
You are a great player, we know, and I don't want to. I'll be the first one to not touch anything that has to do with personal matters.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on,
and we don't know what's going on. We understand. I'll be honest. You understand. We're just being, doing the objective part. About the drop off, and I hope that your personal life, gets better and whatever. But when it comes to the baseball field part, bro. That's been hard. It's been hard to watch. Being hard to watch. He's getting paid a lot of money too, like you said.
We're just being objective. He signed and he's got a lot more years left on that deal. This episode is proudly sponsored by F3 Athletics, your go-to shop for personalized sports gear for athletes, teams, and families. With over 16 years of crafting experience and an Etsy store ranked in the top 6%, F3 Athletics specializes in high-quality personalized items. Check them out on their website at www.f3athletics.com and use promo code BWB for a special discount just for our listeners. Link will be in the description. Check them out. F3 Athletics, personalize your game, make it yours. Thank you for sponsoring.
Thank you, F3 Athletics.com. And actually, if you like my shirt, you can get it at F3Athletics.com. This is for all of you softball dads, But I forgot what I said. For all of you softball dads, but did you die? Hashtag softball dad. If you like this shirt, get it at F3Athletics.com. So let's go to our top two.
This one, I don't feel sorry for putting him here.
At all.
I just don't get it. Anthony Volpe,
man.
New York Yankees shortstop. 2023 is rookie season. He had a 600 OPS.
Almost 700. 666.
2024 he had the same almost stat line, below average OPS again, and he had very up and down defensive play in the shortstop position.
But in 2023, in 2024, his defense offset his offense.
Yeah.
He was doing much better defensively and not maybe inconsistent offensively, but he was a very good defensive shortstop. No doubt about it. Very good. I'm not saying an all-star, or a superstar quality.
But the way New Yorkers talk about Anthony Volpe, it's like he's the next Derek Jeter. And brother,
no.
He's not.
Although Derek Jeter is overrated.
100%. But he's a way better player than Anthony Volpe is.
Yeah,
let's just talk about 2025. You tell me what is keeping him in that New York Yankees lineup, okay? Tell me.
That they don't have anybody else on the pipeline.
We're going to go...
Or they haven't been able to make a trade. That's what?
212 average, 670 OPS, 13 home runs. He got demoted to the 9th spot in the lineup. And he leads the MLB in errors.
No, the AL. The AL. Let's be.
Might as well be that.
Might as well. He's very close,
Now, but usually those error stats, there are usually a lot of shortstops there because they get the most opportunities.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But still, leading the league and the American League, it's...
But 212 batting average. Listen, it's very interesting, right? Why the downfall of Volpe, and
it wasn't a downfall. It was maybe a step down.
Well,
I've never gotten the hype.
No,
He was
I'm with you. I'm with you. I've never gotten the hype because it's not like he was ever like, oh my god, a magician, a shortstop. I'm just saying he was a above average defensive player. Last year he was probably top 25%. I'm not saying that he was a top 5 player in the position, but he was definitely a much more than above average defensive player. But then this year. No. Okay, so bat me some. No. So what are we doing? I was going to say something else. But what are we doing? I need to keep my job. Just no, it's very interesting, right? I mean, granted, the Yankees are not known for having a big pipeline of anybody, because they use it to wheel and deal. Yeah, exactly. They use it to wheel and deal. But what's going on? What's going on? This is it's tough. It's tough. And on the trying to be as objective as possible. The New York market is so hard, and particularly playing for the Yankees. The Yankees is so hard. He's a young guy, right? He's not. So I can understand in a way, the pressure, the questions, and all that kind of stuff. You're playing for the Rays, you're playing for the Royals, you're playing for somebody else.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying that the pressures are different. The markets are different. Just the pressures are different. But you're playing in the number one market not only the number one market, baseball wise in the United States, and also the most, them and the Red Sox. Oh my God! You make one mistake, you make one bad play. Oh my God, they kill you. So he may not be able to handle it. That's what made the difference between, for instance, that Derek Jeter and others, right? Derek Jeter may not have been the best shortstop of all time. He definitely wasn't. I think he's obviously. I think honestly, I think he's overrated. But what made him special was his leadership and his ability to handle that pressure, and the pressure cooker that it is the Yankees, and New York City for sure.
Yeah, I mean, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Let's go into our number one player. We made it all this way. If you guys stuck through all this video, we appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment who is your most disappointing player so far in the season. And make sure you just, hit that like button. It helps our algorithm a lot and gets us to, a lot of other people's YouTube pages. So make sure you show us some love.
Absolutely.
Our number one player is Luis Robel Jr.
And this is, I don't think that this was a difficult decision. This was the easy. But when we both started talking about this, the first name that came out to our lips was Luis Robert. It's been quite a disappointment here.
In 2023, he had a 264 average with 38 home runs and 20 stolen bases with an 857 OPS. Great season. He was making all-star teams and also a great defender out there in center field.
Oh, yeah.
And just in 2024 and 2025, let's be honest, he's had 600 OPSs, the power, 14 home runs last year. This year, 10 home runs. The speed is still there, 26 stolen bases so far in the year. But other than that, also he has an outstanding glove out there. But also just
his batting average
just dipped. He was never a high guy, but it's just like.
But now it's 206.
Wow. No, it's ridiculous.
In 2023, he had a 264 batting average. 206, that's just above the Mendoza line. I mean, that is terrible, terrible. Stinky poo. I mean, and for a center fielder, again, center fielder, shortstop, back in the day, you can allow them to be, the defensive guys. And okay, if they hit you some, that's fine. But that you can, right now, you need,
This is another case of a dysfunctional situation as well. I mean, his team is just, he has no protection in that lineup.
We talked about that. We talked about it. I think that's important. That's an important to comment on.
Just a bad organization. Another guy who was on the trade block for sure earlier this year, and just with the White Sox, like what are you gonna trade him for? You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't showed anything. Teams are not very ecstatic to go after Luis Robel as they were 2 years ago. in 2024 he had a hip issue, which kind of hindered, but in his rhythm in early 2025. But I don't know what's going on. I mean, if you look at the advanced metrics, like my dad's favorite stats, you see is like his xWOBA, his x batting average, and his barrel rate are much better than his actual production, meaning that he's getting unlucky a lot of the time. So I mean, we could see a resurgence maybe the second half of the season, but I want the Luis Robert back that was an MVP candidate. Like,
but I think I mean the thing and not that I'm a metrics guy like you are, but that xWOBA thing, you know, I think that's interesting because that may point to a case where he's getting bad luck because he's not getting protection, right? Like they're playing him in positions that they otherwise wouldn't have played because if they had players before or after him that were protected, that were protecting him, people that would get on base, people that you expect, you know, behind him to push, you know, either hit or push runs or get on base or whatever the case may be. So I think they're playing him in positions that cut his ability to get bat for average or get hits because he just doesn't have the protection. That White Sox, I think he is without a doubt the biggest disappointment of the year for me. I think, and for you, I think that there's no doubt about it. He's our number one. But I think out of most everyone that we discussed, I would be very interested to see, and I would bet on him doing better in a different environment.
I can definitely see that with Luis. I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
because it's tough. It's very tough at a dysfunctional. He's been there all his career. It's just tough, and you know, I bet he wouldn't be that mad if he got traded.
No.
So, but we'll see what happens with the deadline. Another interesting. If you guys want us to talk about the deadline, something else we could talk about.
It's coming next week.
Coming pretty soon. Very topical. So just let us know. Let us know your other video ideas. We'd love to hear your suggestions. And stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Next video is going to be the top 10 most surprising players of all time, or surprising players of the 2025 MLB season. So stay tuned for that. Very excited for that. And that wraps up our top 10 most disappointing players.
Yeah. This was very fun. You know, we've been having fun. I hope you like it too.
We're going to keep pushing the video. Sorry for the delay in the couple weeks ago. Life happened, but we're back. We're not going anywhere. Ball Without Borders, baby. Diego y Javi, your favorite father-son duo. And we'll see you next time. Ball Without Borders. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos. Gracias.